we are ready to share with you guys a couple of really incredible things that we've been playing around with in how we're creating content schedules using the power of AI. We call this the AI Content Machine Framework, and it's how we're able to create, distribute, and engage our audiences at scale in a very easy, cost-effective, and fun way. And I want to give you the exact framework that you can start plugging in to your expert coaching or consulting business to get your expertise and your experience out into your marketplace and reach more people with your thought leadership.
Hey there, expert. Rana Saini here. See, the wealthiest business coaches and consultants see business success as the system. This podcast, The Expert Advantage, contains real-world, in-the-trenches business advice that our clients use to gain a strategic advantage in growing their million-dollar expert business. It's my hope that you use these short lessons and insights to gain your strategic advantage in growing your expert business, and maybe one day soon partner with us at the Expert Project to take your expert coaching and consulting business to $1 million and beyond. I hope you share and enjoy.
Hey, AI, hey? AI. Very big buzzword. It's been taking the world by storm. Everyone's an AI expert. I'm certainly not an AI expert. I don't believe that AI is the thing that's going to take over everything. I believe AI is an accelerant, and it's my job to help you guys get on the wagon of accelerating certain outcomes. And content production is the easiest leverage point that you can use AI for right now. It still amazes me how many people aren't using it. So let's dive in, and today I want to show you, give you a framework for how to create content, and also how you can use ChatGPT with some basic prompts that will give you access to, so you can actually create high converting content schedules. Now listen, I also have an ask. I have an ask. For us, every month we run what we call a 5-day challenge, because here's the thing, the world is full of information. The world is full of information, and what we know is that information is what gets you started, but implementation is what gets you wins. And so if you'd like to join us for our upcoming 5-day challenge, we spend an hour a day for 5 days helping you implement and install the systems that you're going to need to create an offer that people want to buy, so you can generate more leads and actually convert more clients. Because most of the time, coaches and consultants, maybe just like you, have a lot of ideas, but ideas are not offers, and we want to turn those ideas into an offer so you can put it in front of someone to have them say, yes, I'm interested, and have them buy from you. And we have a lot of case studies and examples of how over the 5 days, people, coaches, consultants are actually implementing these easy steps to generate a bunch of leads and new sales, sometimes even opportunities that have been on the table for a long time, simply by looking at and re-engineering how they perceive their offer and how they present it. So if you're interested, jump in here, click the workbook. If you'd like a link to that, that's how fast our internet is. You just click on that workbook and it will pop up with a link to the challenge, and it will look like this. And essentially what that does is you just click here, and guess what? You give us a couple of details so we can send you an invite. We can send you some information about how to join us. I will say that we have limited spots. We have small groups. 30 is the cutoff point. We're already, we've got 2 weeks away, and we're already about 19 people registered and confirmed, right? You might say that's small. We qualify a lot of people out because we realize some people are just looking for information. They're not actually serious. They just want to go through the funnel. They just want to check stuff out, which you're most welcome to do as well. Hey team, let's dive in today. You're here to learn about the power of AI. If you would like access to the worksheets, again, all you need to do is comment the word replay, and we'll make sure you get a copy of the replay. Now, here's the biggest problem. The biggest problem that we see is that most coaches and consultants have no idea what to post, and they ask very similar questions. The problems they're probably facing right now, and you're probably facing, is it seems like there's a lot of time that goes into content and I don't get a lot out of it, right? So we're expecting to put content out and get something back. We feel like we're the world's best kept secret, right? So most of the time we have great products, we have great services, but people just don't know about us. And it's frustrating because you see other people out there that are doing things similar to you. In fact, they've been in the marketplace less time than you, and they're actually getting more opportunities than you. And that's really frustrating. The other part is, well, I want to be able to present what I do, but I'm not sure what people would be interested in. I don't know what to post. I don't know when to post it. And quite frankly, it all seems like a lot of fuss and bother for not a lot of output. And I don't know whether it could be worth it. But ultimately, you know what? A lot of people just feel like they're losing an advantage because I just don't have content out there in the marketplace. And if you're not active, you're not an option. If you're not active, you're not an option. And so, you know, for us, it's like, how do we flip that? How do we take you from going from I don't post much content, the content I do post gets absolutely no engagement, in fact, little engagement, I'm not even sure if it leads to any business, to how do we help you with a content schedule that gets you seen? How do we give you a content schedule that gets you building your thought leadership so people see you as an option and can engage with you such that you can generate leads in your business? And how do you actually then do it consistently? When do you post? What do you post? It's most likely going to give you the impact that you want in the marketplace that you serve. Ultimately, you want to be a thought leader in your space. It's why we call ourselves the Expert Project. It's because we want to help people just like you become experts in your space so people come to you for advice and expertise and pay you well for it. So today, let's solve a couple of those problems. The quality of your offer will determine the quality of your output. So the first thing first is if you aren't clear on what it is that you do succinctly and clearly, you probably need to join us for our 5-day challenge. Spend 5 days, which is really a total of 5 hours over 1 week to actually increase the viability of your offer and your business. I would suggest that that's a minimal investment for maximum output. So if you just want to cut the chase and just go, I just need some help and I need some guidance, hey, it's free. Jump in and help. I will say though, we are limited to 30 people. So if that's you and you are serious about the growth of your business, 30 people, let's work together for 5 days. Let's dive in. Content. What should content do? This is what people get confused about. They just think they should show photos of their breakfast on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. And quite frankly, no one cares about your breakfast so much, right? But what people love, everybody, is people love stories. Because stories help people feel emotion, and people often want to feel moved and inspired, and they want to actually follow along. If you don't believe me, why are the Kardashians so prolific? In fact, I saw a YouTube video the other day that went for 45 minutes that my friend showed me of 2 girls going to get bubble tea, matcha tea from Starbucks. They cruised around on electric scooters. They actually read a book to each other, talked about life and relationships, and that was the video. And I'm thinking to myself, who the heck would watch it? And then I saw how many views they had. They have over 50,000 views. It was posted 4 hours prior. So when you start questioning who would be interested in this, the fact is you've got to look at yourself as a work in progress. No one cares about how perfect you are. What people want to know is they want to follow along. They want to have insights. They want stories. They want to feel like informed. They want to feel entertained, and they want to feel educated. These are the 3 keystones of content. So often right now, the thing that I see is a lot of coaches and consultants, probably just like you, have a lot of industry insights to share. Latest events, latest topics, latest news, part of a book you wrote, or even part of a book you read. Frequently asked questions that your clients have, objections you get in sales calls, questions that people have that you work with, problems your clients come up against, challenges that you have when you're working with a client, right? Part of a training you've delivered. All of this comes under the banner of intellectual property. Intellectual property is your unique selling point. And the reason why it's unique selling point is because it's exclusive to you. And so you can either curate content, which means you can actually put content together. You read a book, you talk about the book, or you can go to this site and you can create. You can be inspired and moved by something and share it originally. And right now, as I'm doing, I'm actually creating. I'm just talking to you about a topic that is of interest, and we just want to move it forward. We want to give you guys some information, education, and entertainment along the way. And the thing that you don't want to do is be a consumer. Most people consume content more than they create it. And that's why most people's businesses don't grow, is because they are consuming someone else's and helping someone else grow by consuming their content. Much like you're probably doing now. I really appreciate that. But when you consume, you should learn to curate. When you curate, you should learn to create, which means you use the things that you consume to talk about, give you ideas, give you insights, and then you can use those to create new content. That's how it should work. But if you're consuming and not creating, we have a problem. Okay, next thing here is that this is the content machine that our team uses to create viral content each and every week across multiple platforms for multiple team members. And the idea here is that if you have a 5 to 7 minute video, in fact, you could get your phone and record something on a topic, and we're going to give you the whole ChatGPT way to theme out and find how we can create topics at scale in very short periods of time. What we want to do is, if you have a 5 to 7 minute video, you might have a webinar, you might have a training, you might have even filmed a coaching session, obviously with permission of your clients before you do that. You might even have a vlog. You might have anything, but basically you want to take out these videos. Now, Zoom has just created a little thing called clips. Clips help you do that as well. So that's another thing to explore. You get your 5 to 7 minute video, and that 5 to 7 minute video literally becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces of content. How do we do that?
Hey there, expert. So listen, our mission here at the Expert Project is to positively impact the world of other business coaches and consultants just like you. We want to help them make more impact, have more income, and have a positive influence on the world. And see, the only way we can do that is if you've heard something in today's episode that moved you, created an insight, changed your perspective, or gave you an aha moment. All I'd ask you to do is take 10 seconds, rate and review this podcast, so together we can help spread the word about this podcast and have a positive influence in someone else's world.
So there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of straight away. There are a few tools, and the tools are this, right? First thing is you can use a thing called Capwing, right? Pretty simple. You just throw a video in there and it kind of does it all and helps you put it together. Another one that's really popular with us and our clients is Vidyo. Basically, make short videos instantly from long ones. Guys, there's no reason why you can't be a content creator anymore, because AI has made it incredibly powerful and possible for you. I'm not going to tell you how to use Vidyo. You can just put a video into it and figure out how to use it. Educate yourself to grow yourself so you can actually get ahead of the marketplace. Very simple, very easy. You don't need to be a video editor, and you can actually follow exactly along with what we've got here, which means you take a really good insight, what we call gold nuggets. You take a gold nugget, something that you love about something that you said, and you figure out 5 to 7 minutes how you can split that up, right? So on its own, you've got a really great video. That can go to YouTube, that can go to all across your platforms. Then you can split it up into 60 to 90 second videos from the core content. So within the gold nugget, are there 3 micro nuggets, like real solid points, like punctuations of the point, insights that you've shared? Can you find those? So your team identifies that, and there's a great tool called Descript. Descripts, and if I can find it for you guys right now, you can have a look at it. Very, very easy to use. Saves you transcribing stuff, so you can, if you want subtitles and all that jazz, it kind of looks like this. Sorry that you can't see it all. I've had to zoom in because I want to share some things with you guys. Video editing, podcasting, screen recording, clip creation. Guys, there's no reason not to. Just choose one tool and get good at it. Don't worry about the right tool. There's no such thing as the right tool. They all have pros and cons. Descript is really great. And so what happens then is that we then go through and we take what we call stills. So these might be quotes that you said. For example, I might say your offer equals the quality of your offer equals the quality of your engagement. Bang. That's a quote card. Now I put a picture of myself saying it. So I might take a photo here, like of me. So I go screenshot, and that quote goes over the top, and that's one still image. We could actually then, using Descript, transcribe transcribe, all of the above, and they become articles. They become short form posts. They become images. So if I talk about LinkedIn, we could have a LinkedIn image, for example. Can you guys see right now, just in the comments, comment below. By the way, if you want a copy of this worksheet and the replay, just comment replay below and we know who you are and we'll get this to you ASAP. Hopefully this is helpful so far, okay? I want this to be helpful for you guys because this is the stuff that we give to some of our clients. This is just a very small nugget. And for those of you who are interested and want to learn a bit more and potentially see the value in working together, I always just say, try before you buy. Why don't you just jump in, join our 5-day challenge. It's absolutely free. We take 30 people, jump in, click to join. It's in the workbook. And if you need to look at what the link is, it's expertproject.com/offer-challenge. Offer-challenge. And that is expertproject.com/offer-challenge. My lovely writing. Hopefully you can read that and, there you go. So the next step here is I want to give you guys some prompts and then I'm going to share with you how we use these prompts to develop our content, right? Would that be helpful? So for those of you who go, well, I'm not sure how to use ChatGPT and I'm not sure how it all works, I'm going to just give you guys, I'm just setting up something now, so just bear with me. I'm going to give you guys the prompts. So in your workbook, if you want a copy of that workbook, by the way, as you know, it literally lives here and there is the prompts, right? These prompts are there for you. So whenever I start, I use ChatGPT sometimes as a sounding board, and our team often has we all have KPIs to hit. And so part of us is, well, how do we come up with ideas if we don't feel inspired? That's often the hardest thing with content, right? I just don't feel it today, so we don't do it. But the thing is, it's not about not doing it. It's about how can we do it. And so what we want to do is jump into ChatGPT. If you haven't already, ChatGPT is, I think we're on a paid version. It's basically free. And it looks like this. And basically ChatGPT 4 is what we're using today. And what you want to do is put in a prompt. So back to the workbook here, we've given you examples, right? I'm going to ask you to help me brainstorm some ideas. And before you begin, you need to give it some information. The quality of your input with AI determines the quality of your output. But what we're actually asking here, if you look at it, is some topics that I want to be associated with. Based on the details provided, generate a list of 10 relevant topics that would engage my target audience for the upcoming month. Wow. So you give it some information, and what it does is it gives you an output. And so what I've done is, I have asked it to do that. So let's jump in and let's give you guys a bit of a sample, right? Let's give you a sample, if that would help. So here we go. And can you see my screen now? So what I do is I just copy and paste, boom, and I'm just literally copying and pasting the prompt that we've given you in the category under example. So by the way, if you go into here, all I'm posting today is, and sharing, and you guys can play along at home, is I'm just playing with the example here that we've put together. And so basically what you can see it doing is it's just now giving me some ideas, right? So it's saying, generate 10 relevant topics. And it says, of course, here is a list of 10. So I've just said, I'm a fictional business, the AI Whisperer. I'm going to call myself the AI Whisperer. By the way, if someone else has copyrighted that, I apologize. You are welcome to have this free prompt for your business. You're welcome. And the next step here is to then say, okay, now prioritize these content topics. You generally, based on seasonality, trend, analysis. So I'm going to get AI to do all of the heavy lifting for me, because how do I know what's the trend and what's the best audience and all of this stuff. I have no idea. So may as well ask it, right? Treat it like a consultant. And so I jump in and I put that into my ChatGPT thingamajig, and basically what it's doing is it's like here's the considerations. So now what it's doing is it's literally giving me what I'm asking for, and I'm like starting to carve out what I need. And this starts getting really, really good, right? Because I look at that and go, great, here is a prioritized list of the things that we've done, which is awesome. And I can now see it. Look, it's reorganizing the list based on high priority to low priority, which is pretty cool, I think. And then what we want to do is, if I go back to a book here, you want to create a weekly content schedule for the next month, including topics like this. So, create a weekly content schedule for next month, including the topics, content types, and best positioning types for LinkedIn. So I've basically done that here, something I prepared earlier. So I'm going to pop that in, and I wanted to put it in a table format. So you can actually do that too, which is kind of cool now, right? That ChatGPT can do that. So you copy it in, post it in, and what it does is it starts giving me some information. When should I post? Where should I post? All of that jazz, right? And now what it's doing is it's giving me a content schedule that my team can follow. I'm like, cool. So all I need to do is create the content, and then my team can put it together, and we can talk about the types of content, how we do it. And by the way, when it says content type on the right side here, above, when I gave you the content machine outline, I've given you exactly how you can create that, right? So you just shoot the one video and your team can use AI to curate the rest of it. So you can see here, it's really cool, right? Like it's giving us everything we need. So now I've got all of these, I've got this full schedule of events, and I can copy this, give it to my team, and we are good to go. So the other thing here is you could say, this is where it gets really cool, and we're just toying around with. But for example, if you say, well, now I have multiple channels, based on the current social media trends, provide a monthly content game plan and recommend the best types of content for LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Suggest best posting days and times for each content. Generate output in a table. Why? Because it's just easy for our team to interact with. So what I do is I jump in here, I post that prompt in, and it's going to go off and it's going to do exactly what I've asked it to do. This is based on September 2021, right? So it's probably a little out of date now, but it's better than probably not knowing anything at all. So I'd rather take the brain of AI sometimes, because it can aggregate all these data points, rather than just my experience, which has significantly less data points, although I am in 2023. So can you see here that there is no reason not to be able to find ways to get content out there? If you're the expert at what you do and you have you've been in business for a while and you want to help people, you've got to have the confidence to put your message, your face, and your name out there so you can actually engage people at a point of interest, and actually use AI as tools to accelerate the information that you get and how you can aggregate that information and put it into action. So for example, what I can see here is posts, infographics, videos. That's what it's telling me to do. So now it's up to me to do it, right? And I can use tools like Capwing. I can use tools like Video. I can use tools like Descript. And I can also come to the 5-day challenge with Rana and actually implement a lot of this information, so I can actually create an offer that helps me create more content in a more aligned way to my audience, so I can generate more interest. Right, at the end of the day, the quality of your offer and how you talk about what you do will determine the quality of the engagement and the interest that you're going to get. If you can't articulate it, they won't engage with it. So that should be a quote card. And so you see how it works. So Everyone, hopefully that's been of help today. As I said, my mission here is to help engage you guys with some information that's going to help you move forward, give you one piece of the puzzle. As I said, my name's Ryan Hosseini from the Expert Project. If you want a replay of this training and you want a copy of the workbook and a copy of the prompts, simply type replay into the chat here, or if there's a button around here somewhere, if this is on a page or ends up being on a page, click it, download it. And if there's anything else you need, reach out to myself and my team, or I'll see you at the 5-day challenge. I'll put a link to that in the comments as well. In the meantime, everybody take care. Good luck with AI and good luck with the growth of your business. I wish you every success. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.